jọba Olúwa, ẹ jọba.
Hello, listeners. Welcome to this week's edition of Family Values. Wherever you are tuning in from, thank you so much for being part of today's edition. We are coming all the way to you from Tag Radio Station in Excess. Let's get started with today's topic. Today we shall be looking at siblings relationship. We've been doing this program for some time. I've not really had time to talk about siblings involvement or siblings relationship. So today we are going to be talking about siblings relationship as it relates to family values. As we are talking about siblings relationship, I want us to try and give a simple definition of who siblings are, what is a relationship, and how can positive relationship be fostered among siblings. We also want to look at siblings rivalry. This is very common, but it ought not to be so. So we'll be talking a bit about siblings rivalry. We'll be looking at, the need to teach siblings, and we'll look at some quotes about siblings relationship, and we'll look at the benefits of siblings relationship. We'll look at some benefits, in a siblings relationship. So let's get started. Now, who are siblings? Who are siblings? When you hear the word siblings, what comes to your mind? Who are siblings? For simplicity's sake, I said siblings are children of the same parents. Children of father and mother. And these children could be biological children or adopted children or foster children, as the case may be. So these children, they all live together as brothers and sisters, and they grow up together under the same roof, maybe until they become of age to leave the house. It doesn't mean there are no more siblings after they leave the house, but from the onset, this is how siblings grow up until they now diversify. So a sibling is somebody that is related by parents in one way or the other, either biologically or adopted. So let's try and look at the word relationship. So now we've understood what sibling is. So now look at the word relationship. There are so many schools of thoughts when it comes to the word relationship, but I'll try and taper it down to family setting. I say relationship is the way people relate. In this case, siblings relate, family relates, or the way they connect, the way they associate with one another, the way they bond together. This is what is called relationship towards one another. How do they connect? How do they relate? How do they interact? This is what is called relationship. And in every sibling relationship, we must note it must be devoid of romantic input or influence. So when it comes to siblings, you don't talk about romantic issues between them. You don't talk about intimacy. You don't talk about love making among siblings. They have relationship, but that relationship should not lead to romantic involvement. So what do we do? How do we promote siblings relationship? Parents have a vital role to play when it comes to siblings relationship. Why? Because parents ought to be role models to their children, mentors to their children. And when we say role model, it means living the life, being of good behavior, a reputable behavior, a godly behavior, a behavior that can be emulated, being exemplary character to your children. If you don't want your children to tell lies, then you must not tell lies as parents. If you don't want your children to steal, as you must not steal. Mommy must not steal from daddy, daddy must not steal from mommy, and then the children are seen and they are able to emulate, they are able to copy, they are able to imbibe such attributes. So it's very important. that parents should be role models and parents should be mentors to their children. Parents should be able to encourage positive relationship, positive interaction, positive connection, positive association between their children. They must be able to encourage bonding between their children. Very important. They must be able to promote support from them to the children and from the children to one another. Very important, and vice versa. Children too can support parents. Children too can, help parents. Just like siblings are doing to themselves, they will also be able to reciprocate it to their parents or parents to the children. Very important. So parents must encourage children to promote support amongst themselves. Very important. To help themselves to support one another. Very important. Parents must be able to see that they are also promoting teamwork, cooperation, diligence. Very important in the home. And when these virtues or values are imbibed into the children and they grow up with such, you'll find out that things will be falling in place for each and every one of them, and then there will be peace in the home and not unnecessary competition that can lead to family breakdown. What is rivalry? Why is there rivalry among siblings? Let's look at the word rivalry. Rivalry is competition for the same thing, Because it's rivalry, it is always at the detriment of some other person, in this case of another sibling. And it is ungodly, it is unwanted, it is unwelcome. There shouldn't really be rivalry among siblings. One person's success is everybody's success, we celebrate it. One person's failure is everybody's failure, and then we look at what has caused the failure, we put things in place, and then we launch out again. That is how it's supposed to be among siblings. There shouldn't be competition among siblings. The sky is big enough for all of us to fly. So there shouldn't be. And when there is rivalry, there can be contentions, conflict, antagonism, division. And all these vices, what does it lead to? Nothing else but hatred, envy, and factions. You see, people will now start having factions in the home. Maybe all the boys will be against all the girls. Maybe the first son will be against the, like that. That's what rivalry can cause. But it ought not to be so in the family. There's not supposed to be any form of rivalry in the family. Just like as I said before, everybody's success or your success is everybody's success. And anybody's failure is our failure. We take responsibility for it and we look at what has caused that failure and we try to address it, and then we bounce back again. Failure should not define you. It's a process it's part of life. When you fail, it doesn't mean you are a failure. It's just telling you, go back to the drawing board, look very well, identify those things that make you to fail, put them in, make corrections and launch out again. Most great destinies today will tell you they have failed many times. And because they did not allow failure to define them, they became successes ultimately. Okay. So it's very, very important not to have rivalry among siblings. What about blended family, where you have step brother, step sister, stepmother, stepfather? It doesn't still mean you are not a family. You are still a family. You must be able to have relationship with either your stepfather, your stepmother, your stepsister, your stepbrother. Very important. You must be able to support them. You must be able to help them. And as you do so, you will go far in life. Very important. We must not hate each other. We must not be envious of one another's success. We must not be at enmity with one another. We must not be partial, favoritism. No, we must be fair to all concerned in the home, either as parents or as siblings. Let's be fair to one another. And to do so, God will bless us very good. I want us to look at, I've talked about cooperation Cooperation is to work together to achieve a common goal, to work jointly towards the same achievement, towards the same objective, realizing the same objectives, realizing the same goal. So that is cooperation. We work together in unity, we work together in oneness, we work together in togetherness, we work together in love. And the truth is, the person you don't love, you cannot really work in unity with such a person. So among siblings, there must be love. Very important. The need for love cannot be overemphasized. It is a necessity in the home. For the home to move forward, there must be love between siblings, from parents to children. Very important. Then teamwork. There must be teamwork in the family. You must see yourself as a team. That's why I said one person's success is our success and one person's failure is our failure. And then we take responsibility for it and we go back to the drawing board. Very important. And when I'm talking about one person's success and the rest, it doesn't mean maybe because one went to school, went to university and is a professional peradventure, like where I come from in Africa, every parent wants their sons and daughters to be medical doctors. They think that is the height of success. No, not everybody must pass through the university. You as parents, you must be able to identify your children's gifting, what they have passion for, what they want to do, and support them through and through. And as siblings, the same thing. If I want to go to university and become, I don't know, maybe an accountant, it's fine. If another person wants to go through technical college and become a carpenter, it's also fine. There's no one that cannot take us to the peak of our life if we work hard and work together. So it's not about what you read, it's not about what you become. It's about your attitude. Is very important to one another. Don't look down on one another. I remember a typical story in the Bible of Jacob, where he loved his son so much, Joseph, that his other brethren became envious of him. He did it to the extent that he shows, specific things for that his son. He showed him so much love, and the other children felt not loved. That is not a very good example. We must be able to love all our children. They are children from our bosom. They are children of our youth. We must show them love, irrespective whether it's going to university or not going to university. No. So we must encourage them. We must be there to support, to assist, to help them to become what they want to become in life. And we must not cajole our children. We must not force them to do what they don't have passion for, what they don't want to do. That can make them to become rebellious. That can make them to become stubborn. That can make them to become stiff-necked. And we don't want that in the life of our children. So therefore, we must support them. We must work with them. Sometimes some children are able-bodied. Sometimes some children are not as able-bodied as the others. It doesn't make them to be less loved or to be better loved. We must be able to love our children. I talked about fairness. We must be fair to all our children. And our children must be able to imbibe that culture and be fair to themselves. Very important. So we must be able to support them, help them, assist them from time to time, to give assistance. And then what is teamwork? Teamwork is doing things together effectively and efficiently. So you promote teamwork in the home, where they work together effectively. So everybody doing what he or she is supposed to do at the right time and efficiently. And we are seeing the outcome. We are seeing the results. We must be able to achieve expected results or even surpass those expected results if we work together. They said, two good heads are better than one, which is true. So what about when there are three? They are better than one. So when you collaborate, when you join heads together, when you work together, you plan together, you will achieve good results. And the burden becomes lighter. The burden becomes easier when you work together. So see, as siblings, you must have good relationship, positive relationship, and you must work towards achieving your collective goals and individual goals. What do I mean by collective goal? Collective goal may be, okay, in this family, in the next, maybe 1 year, 2 years, we want to get a property for the family. and you are able-bodied, you are now working, you have graduated, you must be able to contribute to that. You that have not graduated and the rest, what can you do? There will always be something you can do. I remember many years ago when an uncle of mine was building his own house. Of course, we didn't have money then, we were not working. Those that had money contributed financially to that project. Those of us that didn't have money, every Saturday we were going to the site to go and help to carry blocks, do one thing or the other. So everybody collaborated, everybody worked together. It was a teamwork. And when the edifice was built, everybody shared from the glory and said, wow, I have been part of this great project. That is how a family should be. That is how family relationship should be. Should be beautiful and nice, so that at the end we can celebrate each other. We can say congratulations to each other. We can be part of the successes. Are you a part of the success of your family, or you do not have time for your family? Some siblings can be very stubborn. Yeah, I know parents may be saying, oh, what if you try to talk to them? What if you try to do this? I've been a role model. I've been a, mentor. I've prayed. I've done everything I need to do, but my child did not turn out the way I want. Don't give up on that child. You never know. Don't give up on your children. Continue to pray for them. Continue to do what you need to do as a parent. You have a responsibility towards your children. And children, if after everything your parents have done their best for you and everything, and you decide not to follow the path they have told for you, you become responsible for your own actions too. So let's work together as a team. God will bless us. God will help us. So when I talk about assistance or supporting one another, some people may say, oh, I'm not working, I don't have money to support. No, support does not only involve money. It doesn't. Just like the example I gave. Those that had money, they gave money. Those that have strength, they gave their strength. Time, information. All these are different ways you can help. You can help or support by your time. You can support by your intellect, by your, information. It may be an information you just get. Oh, they are looking for people in so companies, a new company, and you are privy to that information. You give it to your siblings. I say, I think you should apply for this job. It will be a better job. You have just helped that person. You have just supported. You have just assisted that person to greater heights. So resources, finance, yes. Maybe somebody wants to write exam, doesn't have the money, and you have the money. Why don't you help? Why don't you support? There are different ways we can support one another. I cannot be overemphasized. So there are different ways we can support, from the most tiniest thing to the biggest we can use to support. And as I said, it's not only financial means we can use to support. There are different ways we can support. Your time. Nobody can pay for your time. Give in your time. Maybe the person needs to, maybe wrote an exam and they didn't do well, and you are good in that aspect. You can give your time and help that person to pass and succeed, because everybody's success is, one person's success is everybody's success, as I said before. Very important. Okay. And then as siblings, I said some of the characteristics in a sibling should be what? I've talked about diligence. You must be diligent. You must be hardworking as a sibling. You have your life to live. You cannot continue to be a parasite on others just because you are siblings. No. You must pull your weight as a sibling. Very important. To keep that relationship viable, to keep that relationship active, to keep that relationship ongoing, you must be hardworking. You must be diligent. You must be prudent. Very important. You must have integrity. Let your yes be yes and your no be no. Be truthful. Be honest. Very important in a relationship, especially in the one we are talking about now, siblings relationship. Very, very important. Be reliable. When your senior brother, your senior sister, whoever is asking you a question, let it be what it is. Because by the time you find out from somebody else, you may lose confidence in you. And it's different. You may lose confidence in you and say, oh, he or she doesn't know what he's saying. We should not put on such attitude or such attributes. It's not good. What about respect? Very important. We must know how to be polite to one another, even as siblings, to our parents, to extended family members, even in our places of work. It will not be a nice thing if you, because of your unseemly behavior, rude behavior, every time your parents are being called to school. It will tell on your parents, it will tell on your other siblings. and they may want to give you some distance. That should not be, heard of. As siblings, we must have respect for one another, even unto our teachers in school, our co-workers, our employers, very important, our neighbors, very important. Have respect for one another as siblings and to extended people, very important. Be polite. Know how to talk to people. Hold others in honor and tranquility. Hold others in honor and tranquility. Respect other people. Learn how to say sorry. It's not difficult. You don't have to pay for it. Learn how to say sorry. We are not perfect human beings. That is true. That is the truth. So when you make a mistake, be ready to say, I am sorry. I didn't know. It was not intentional. And take correction on board. Very important. And if you have such characteristics, you will go far in life. Know how to say thank you. Be appreciative. Show gratitude. Both to God and to man. Be appreciative. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma. Even if it's your parents, your siblings, learn to say thank you. When they show you favor, when they show you kindness, say thank you. Appreciate it. A thank-given person is somebody whose tank will not be empty. Very important. Because when you are appreciative, you know how to thank people, they will do more for you. So your tank will not be empty. But when you do not know how to appreciate people, you do not know how to appreciate the little things people do for you, the bigger things will not come. It's just a simple principle of life. Learn how to say please. Please, can I have this? No, you just walk up to your brother because it's your brother or whatever, and you just think it is a right. Can I have 20 pounds there? It's not a right. What if you put please? Please, can I have? Which is better? If you were to be in his shoes, which will you honor? Always put yourself in other people's shoes. That is what is called empathy. Always put yourself in other people's shoes. How will you want to be addressed? Address people that way. How will you want to be treated? Treat your siblings that way. And you see that the family will be bubbling with love, with enthusiasm, with zeal to do more and better things. And you will see results being achieved. Humility. Be approachable. Siblings, learn to be approachable. Don't turn yourself to a dictator. Or you withdraw yourself from your other siblings. You prefer to go and have friends, confidants outside than inside the house. I'm not saying it's wrong to go out to do that, but start from indoors. After all, they say charity begins at home. Start from indoors. Be approachable. Be approachable. Don't build a wall of defense around yourself, even in the house. No. Be teachable. Be teachable. If you make a mistake, it's not the end of the world. But be ready to take on correction. Be teachable. Be trainable. Very important as a sibling. Be available to be trained. Be available to be taught. Be available to become a better person. Be available to be motivated to greater heights. Don't be stale. Some siblings can just be still. They are just there doing the same thing over and over and over. Even when opportunities are there right at their nose, they cannot grab it. That too is not good. We must be enthusiastic. We must be zealous. We must strive harder and better. And when we do so, we'll find out that the family will become a better family, a lovelier family, and a greater family. Be simple. Be simple. There's no need to be proud. Just be what? Simple. And I've said it before. Be appreciative. Show gratitude. Very important to God and to man. Show gratitude. As you do so, God will bless us all. In Jesus' name. Okay, let's quickly look at some quotes. Some quotes before we talk about some benefits. Let's look at some quotes concerning siblings relationship. This one says, my siblings are my best friends. Wow. True. Just like as I said, charity begins at home. If you do not know how to befriend people indoors, you don't know how to talk to people indoors, you are not teachable, you are not trainable, you are not respectful, you are not humble, you don't have integrity indoors, what will you take outside? It starts from the home. So when you imbibe all these characteristics and everything, you become friends to one another, you become supporter to one another, you become lifter up of one another. You will not just be the only rising star in your family. Everybody will be a star. Everybody will be a professional in their different fields. Everybody will be celebrated. When one calls for one celebration, everybody comes there and it is beautiful. You see some family, only one person, every other person is down. It ought not to be so. Where there's siblings relationship, positive sibling relationship, you'll find out that everybody will be a success. Because what I don't know, you know. What you don't know, I know. Then there's no room for failure. So let's make ourselves best friends of each other. Siblings comprises unity. Siblings comprises or connotes unity when they work together. Siblings relationship, it connotes what? Unity, love, togetherness, friendship. When you see siblings together, in fact, it's always very beautiful. This one's language is this one's language. They help each other. There's no weaknesses because this one's strength, this one's strength, his weakness has been strengthened by this other one. Just like that. And so there's no room for weakness. Everybody stand in the gap for each other. So you don't have money. Oh, I have money. Okay, brother, let's go. You see, that gap has been covered. Why? Because there's siblings relationship. And this one says, show me your siblings, I can tell you who you are. That was what I wrote. Show me your siblings, I can tell you who you are. If your siblings are successful, definitely you will be successful. Where there is siblings relationship, where there's no hatred, where there's no favoritism, where there's no ungodly competition, of course, you see that everybody is a star to be celebrated. Everybody is lifted. Everybody is supported up. So when you tell me that, this is my sibling, I can easily just say, no wonder you are like this because, yeah. That's it. And if all the siblings are down, the chances of you being up sustainably becomes doubtful. Because those that are down want to pull you down. So it's good you pull each other up. And when you are up, you are up. God will help us. It says, siblings are like branches of a tree. True. They grow in different directions, but the roots remain the same as one, which is true. Siblings are from the same root, father and mother. You say, okay, this family, that is it. Different branches, Maybe this one has not grown, is not living in UK, the other one in America, the other one in Italy, the other in Dubai, like that. It doesn't still stop the fact that they are siblings. They are still siblings from the same roots. From the same root. Very important. From the same root, even though they are growing in different directions, And some families you see, they are professionals. Some they are professors. Some they are doctors. Yes, you celebrate them. If someone be a professor in literature, history, medicine, geography, just like that, they are all successes in their different disciplines, their different area of specialization. But it doesn't still stop the fact they are from the same root. And another one can be a painter, another one can be a builder, another one can be a carpenter. It doesn't matter. It's what they want to do. Another one can be a fashion designer. And they will still go far in life with good, positive sibling relationship. There are so many designers today that are very wealthy. There are so many music artists, gospel artists that are very wealthy, even wealthier than doctors and the rest. It doesn't really matter. Let's support one another. And as we do so, posterity will remember us. As your sibling, I can't promise to solve all your problems. True. But I can promise you I can promise you won't have to face them alone, which is true. That's siblings relationship. One person's success is our success. One person's failure is our failure. I'm not God. I cannot promise you success all the way. I cannot promise you there won't be problems all the way, or there won't be challenges. There will be along the way, but you will not be in it alone. We'll be there to support you. We'll be there to lift up your hand. We'll be there to encourage you. We'll be there to pass through it with you. And because we are there with you, you will ultimately overcome and you'll be a conqueror. That is what he's saying. So don't underestimate siblings relationship. Siblings relationship will promote you to become a success. We make you to overcome. We make you to succeed. Because you are siblings. If one person wants to come and attack you, all your siblings will rise up with you and the person will bagger off. That is it. So let's promote siblings relationship, positive sibling relationship. This one says, no sibling is perfect. True, I'm not perfect. No sibling is perfect. We argue. Yes, there's room for argument because sometimes there can be controversy in opinion. There can be controversy in our beliefs. There can be controversy in how we perceive situations. The way I perceive it may not be the way you perceive it. Like I'm sitting down here, what I'm seeing opposite me may be different from what you will be seeing if you are sitting in another direction. So when we come to talk about it, I may say, oh, the wall is green. You say, no, it's white. I'm not wrong, neither are you wrong. Where you sat from, you were seeing white wall. I was seeing green wall. So there's room for argument. There's room. Sometimes fight. I remember many years ago, my younger sibling, my immediate younger sister, used to fight me. My father would lock us in a room and said, keep fighting. And then he's coming with his cane. Next time, before you fight, you think very well if there's need for you to fight. It was all part of growing up, all part of life, so there's room for it. Doesn't stop us from still being siblings. In fact, today we are best of friends to the glory of God. But our love for each other will always be there, which is true. Because I'm arguing with you doesn't mean I don't love you. Because I'm fighting you doesn't mean I don't love you. There are some people, they may be fighting. The moment they see another person wanting to attack any of them, they will forget about their fight, join hands and defeat that enemy that has just come against them. That is how sibling relationship is supposed to be. Sibling relationship is supposed to thrive. Sibling relationship is supposed to add value to the whole team and to the individuals in the team. That is positive sibling relationship, and that's how it's supposed to be. We must care for one another. You've not heard from your sibling for some time. Pick up the phone and find out. Are you okay? I've not heard from you for some time. What is the matter? Hope everything is fine. That's how it's supposed to be. There may be challenges. It doesn't stop the fact that we are still siblings. If you leave me while I'm passing through challenges, the challenges may consume me. But if you are there with me to encourage me, to support me, to assist me, to pray for me, then I will overcome that challenge. And you will have cause to smile. I will have cause to smile. It's always a win-win situation. Very important. Let's quickly look at some benefits of sibling relationship from what I've just said. Let's look at some benefits quickly. I said part of the benefit is that it promotes bearing of one another's burden, which is true. It promotes bearing of one another's burden. Your challenge is my challenge. Your burden is my burden. And when we carry it together, it becomes lighter. When we carry it together, we are able to provide solution. When we carry it together, we become conquerors. We become victorious. So it promotes bearing of one another's burden, and at the end, we become winners. That will be our report if we don't give up. It creates room for solutions. Because as I said, you may, strengths and weaknesses, threats, opportunities. What I don't see, you see. What I don't know, you know. Therefore, when we harmonize all these positive things together, it becomes a plus. It becomes benefit to each and every one of us in the team as siblings. Very important. My strength may not be your strength. My weakness may be your strength. you'll be able to overcome it. So you find out that everybody is a guru. Everybody is doing very well. Because I will go to my area of strength. Maybe my area of strength is to read medicine. Then you go to your area of strength. Maybe your area of strength is to be a painter. You know, so when I need somebody to paint, you are there. So when you need somebody to do maybe my own, maybe as a doctor or whatever, I'm there for you. So you also find out that the relationship is mutually beneficial to all concerned. Nobody is really losing. Everybody is supporting each other. Everybody is moving up. Everybody is celebrating one another. What a wonderful family. So it helps us. Siblings relationship makes everyone to be on the same page, which is true. Makes everyone to be on the same page. Everybody is transparent. We're able to open up to one another. We're able to confide in one another. We're able to provide solutions to one another. We're able to overcome together. That's siblings relationship. There's openness. There's trust. Honesty. What you say when I ask another sibling is the same thing. There's no controversy. There's no bending. It is what you told me, you told the other person. Then we now say, okay, what do we do to help? How do we overcome this challenge? How do we encourage him or her? How do we support? How do we assist? What do we do? We now start to think of solutions to overcome that problem. So siblings relationship, positive siblings relationship empowers everybody in the team. And you also find that your parents are happy, they are relaxed, they will live longer. You are not troubling them unnecessarily. You are not making them to develop hypertension and all the complications that come with it. Why? Because you are all cool-headed as siblings. You are supporting each other. You are confiding in each other. You are helping each other. You are giving your time, your resources to one another to boost their family, to boost their career, to boost their maybe personality or their selves. Somebody wants to do something, maybe doesn't have the resources and you have the resources. Somebody wants to go somewhere, doesn't know how to go about it, and you have the information. Somebody wants to take the child to school and is not able to for one commitment or the other. You are available and you help that person. You see, you are making life easier for yourselves. You are empowering yourselves. You are helping each other, and success will always be your outcome. Very, very true. Success will always, always ever be your outcome. So it makes people know their strength in a family relationship. Everybody know their strength. Everybody know their capability and capacity. They know what they can do, what they cannot do. Positive sibling relationship eradicates envy. There's no room for envy. My brother is a doctor. Oh yeah, that's what he wants to do. I celebrate him. I'm a painter and I'm fulfilled. That is it. I'm a tailor. I'm fulfilled. We will not all be the same. Imagine if everybody was a medical doctor. How will this world be? Who will be driving the buses? Who will be cleaning the train stations? Who will be the carer to those that are less able? Who will be the cleaners? Who will be the cook? So God, in his ingenious wisdom, knows that for the world to be a better place for all of us, then people must have different career, different professions, different areas of excellence. And that is what he did. So if you are not gifted in that area, but you were cajoled to do it, you will not be successful in that area because you'll be struggling. So for balancing, there must be diversification for balancing. The employer needs employees. It cannot be employer and employee at the same time. If not, the business will be struggling. So if you're an employer, thank God. If I'm an employee, oh yes, we are all working towards the same goal, towards the same purpose. And at the end, we'll be fulfilled. So very important. So there will be no room for division, no room for hatred, no room for envy, but rather we'll be celebrating one another, which is what we're supposed to be doing. So there will be fulfillment and satisfaction fulfillment and satisfaction. We are celebrating one another. We are helping one another. We are happy. We are satisfied with what we have been able to do. We are not envious of anybody. God will help us. And we are able to celebrate one another. We are able to celebrate one another. So your brother that did first degree, maybe he stopped at first degree, is working, is not interested in furthering his education anymore, and you are interested. It's like my younger brother now is reading his PhD. I celebrate him. To God be the glory. He wants to do it. That's fine. It doesn't make me a less human being or make him more superior. No, we must be able to celebrate each other. That is his area of excellence. That is what he wants to achieve. Fine. And that where I am, fine. So we must be able to celebrate each other irrespective. Your success is my success. Celebrate one another, congratulate one another. And as we do so, we'll find out that the world will be a better place. Siblings will not be at rivalry with each other, but their relationship will be sound, will be healthy. Their relationship will be loving. Their relationship will grow. Their relationship will be wonderful, all to the glory of God. And they will be celebrants, ultimate celebrants. And their parents will be happy. They will live long. And they will know that, yes, the next generation is prepared. We will not grieve our parents. Our siblings will not grieve our parents. Our parents will not see us and be shedding either open or secret tears. We will not bring tears to the eyes of our parents because of the grief we are causing them. If our parents must shed any tears, it must be tears of joy. And say, I never knew I would get to this stage with my children. They've made me proud. So please, siblings, I'm begging, let's live in peace with one another. Let's pray for one another. Let's support one another. Let's give to one another appropriately. This one may need finance. That one may need information. The other one may need your time, like that. Let's give. And as you do so, your hand will never come down. As you do so, you'll not be weary. But together we shall reach the mark. We shall achieve our goal and purpose. And we shall be celebrants. Thank you, everyone, for listening. I want to draw the curtain at this particular place. Thank you so much. Until I come your way again, I remain your hostess, Charlotte Adeniregun. Stay blessed. I appreciate everyone behind the scene making this program a reality. Councillor Buki, I love you so much. Mr. Daudu, the producer, well done. And with your beautiful team, well done, well done. All my listeners, I celebrate you. Continue to keep siblings relationship viable, admirable, adorable. God bless you. Take care, everyone. Bye.